What's going on, people? How are we doing on this fine day? Hope you're all good. How are we? How are we? We've had some scorcher entries this morning. Some really, really nice entry here on Euro. Really clean, really nice. Honestly, can't complain for anything more on that one. It's exactly what we're looking for. So, when we're seeing price action behave in the way it is at the moment, which is we're getting the entries given on some pairs, and other pairs it's really just, consolidating around. That can tell us that there may be fundamentals at play, and it can also tell us that pricing is preparing for something. Now, if you haven't already, take a look at the news, and you'll see in 11 minutes time we actually have 4 red folder news events. So those 4 red folder news events could be what the market are waiting for. Well, not the market itself, but what price action is sort of stuttering around for. It's waiting for that red folder news to come in, so then orders can be deployed into the market. So has everyone had a good week so far? Honestly, this week has gone so quick. This week has been so quick. So if you are in the live stream, make sure you say hi, hit us with some likes, ask any questions, make any requests that you have. Feel free, of course, to just chill in the background. You don't have to communicate. It's all good. Friday and Thursday morning. Yeah. So we've got a few minutes until news. That was yesterday. Must be today. Cool. Cool. So, like I said before, we got the market sort of sitting in a bit of a lull period at the moment because we have the news coming very soon. We'll run that up to you guys here. You can see in 7 minutes time we've got the initial jobless claims, we've got jobless claims 4-week average, continual jobless claims, and the PPI month on month. So I'll tell you what we could do. I'm just going to duplicate that tab. I want some music in my ears right now. Why do we have no sound? You guys hear me all right? Very interesting. The audio is good. Yeah, I did wonder. I just I've got content playing and I can't hear it, so fuck knows. What's going on, dude? Hope you're good. Good morning from the US. Loud and clear. Good, 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 good. Okay, must be an issue on my side. That's all good though. Alright, so news is coming. Just hold fire. How's everyone's week been so far? Right. We have 3 minutes remaining. 3 minutes remaining, guys. That is not long at all. So hold on to your hats. What have I done with that? Underneath this paperwork. No. Okay, so what are you guys expecting the news to come out as? I think we're going to get... I think it's going to be positive for the USD. So I think so it should be good. We should be seeing this TP hit. I'm hoping we get actually just, either way, we're so close to TP here that we should just get spiked through. Unless it just rockets to the upside. But generally, like PPI and jobless claims, they're normally a bit shaky. Okay, we're close, guys. We're close. You can see the countdown right here if I pull price out. So you see the countdown on the candle right here. 1 minute 26 remaining. Let me get the epic pen. Actually, it'd be easier to show you guys. So remember, guys, if you want to prove the system that you're trading rather than just hoping and believing, make sure you go and get yourself a free copy of FX Replay using our link down below. And then if you do decide to purchase and go full force into the backtesting, then you will get a nice 15% discount any time of the year. So right here you can see 50 seconds left. .50 and we will be seeing, I believe, something along the lines of this. But again, it's fundamental, so based on what you see is going to be dependent on the results. Also, this is an entry that was given earlier when it decides to load. Why isn't it there actually? Okay, well, an entry from here. This long area. Again, I would recommend getting out of that. You've got 2 seconds. 1 second. And there we go. TP'd on Euro, which is awesome. NAS 100 actually gave a push up. Oh, there you go. There's the position. I don't know why it didn't load first time. NAS actually gave the move up, but I would recommend getting out of that if you are in it. Euro hitting the target right there, which is awesome. So let's have a look at the results. Okay, so yeah, it was actually better. That's what I was expecting. It's actually better for the USD. In jobless claims, it's pretty good. 0.1 difference on the PPI. 1K difference on the averaging. You see here. Better than expected, as expected, better than expected. It's good. That means more downside for Euro, more than likely. More downside for gold. Downside for NAS 100. Upside for UChef, upside for UJ. Honestly, a pretty quiet one. It's not really moving that crazy. I mean, it's moving a fair bit, but it's not that crazy. So honestly, pretty lucky that pinged us out there because we wouldn't really want to be holding this. Where was the setup? Yesterday we had that nice run there. Here, this isn't a valid entry because we haven't ran a relatively close low. We're not looking for this all the way down here after running here. We want to make sure that we're closer to that low or to the high so that it gives representation of this is money coming in or out of the market. So let us know if you want me to look at anything, guys. At the minute, we're just waiting for the effects of news to come in and price to start actually moving in a decent direction, like to give us some nice shifts. But at the minute, we're still seeing just a little bit of a sluggish movement. From the looks of things, we could actually see this push up again here, which is fine. We're still bearish. It doesn't change our bias. So that actually ran pretty decent. Alright, so what do we have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. Right, so we're just literally dead in the water right now. There's nothing really going on at all. We had a sweep of a low down here, which is our target low. You can see it's around here. When it decides to load, Orion's taking its time. When it decides to load, you'll see it. And then we've had a money in right here. Again, not really looking to take that because this is where it wiped. And this is where it actually came into play. So we're not too bothered about taking this. And we're not going to trade it from this low. We are bullish, though, on oil. The trade that we gave out actually ran down to TP, which is awesome. Slow, slow, slow. So NAS 100 running in our bias direction here. So if we hit this high, that's target hit. I mean, we don't really want to see anything else except for upside. So this is something we was explaining yesterday. This is one of the alternative Orion entries. So the alternative entry model is using the money in, money out system in the way that I show you guys in the Keep It Simple series. So honestly, one of the simpler ways of deploying the system. We do have an update coming for the money in, money out indicator very soon as well. So if you have got it, prepare yourself for an update, because there will be a new update coming. It's going to integrate some more features, make it more usable for you guys. So remember guys, if you know somebody that is into trading, or maybe they're stuck in a little bit of a rut, give them the link to our Discord community, give them the link to our YouTube channel. Let them get involved and learn the real principles behind trading, not any of this Lamborghini money BS. So right now we have no entries to be taken. We're just literally cruising right now, sitting, waiting around for some price action to actually display itself. You can see we have no liquid lows down here except for the very low point. Okay, so GJ ran the low. I believe the low was here. So our Orion's not loading for some reason. There we go. Da-da-da. Right. From where we're at right now, the only pairs that we can possibly see a setup within the next within the next hour or so is bullish setup here at GJ. AU, I'm not sure about AU too. Not that likely, but if we run the lows here on AU, we could follow that bullish potentially. Apart from that, we are pretty much done with the pairs that we have. I don't believe we're going to see enough of an extension to be able to jump on much else today. Now, of course, I could be wrong, and you could see like a great expansion move into New York, but from what we can see and what we have left of the day, I don't think it's necessarily possible. The average range that these pairs move in, we're sort of exhausting that. So if anyone has any pairs they want me to look at, let me know. Ooh-wee. Now, last night was one of those nights where I slept incredibly well. It's not even 9:30 yet, Naz. Yeah, the thing is, you've got to remember the system we're using, Dre. If you're following the system, Orion, you will understand the principle of how that works. And generally, you're looking for moves towards extremities. And we're bullish on NAS 100, which means if we're going to take any trades, we need to be getting down into this extreme low, which is pretty far down when our bias is bullish and we've already tapped into an area and gone long. So the probability of us being able to catch another entry before our targets are hit aren't very high, right? The probability of it coming down into here and going long before we have a new session also aren't very high. So it doesn't mean there won't be setups, but obviously when we're using Orion, we're using pre-engineered institutional liquidity. So yeah, you always just have a look at it in that principle. But yeah, NAS 100, we're already running off of this money in area. So I encourage you, if you don't already use it, Dre, to learn the system. We teach it publicly here, so learn the system. Grab yourself a free copy of FX Replay, backtest it, and you will see how consistently it gives good long-term results. Exactly the same as the Euro entry this morning. Beautiful, 1 to 11. We had UChef yesterday, which gave a beautiful 1 to 3 right here. Apart from that, we haven't actually had any other TPs this week, I don't think. But again, this I got out at a small profit because our bias changed. But the system works so well. So don't just take my word for it. Spend some time and learn it and trade it. If you want to see the results of the system, you can head over to the Discord, and there is an Orion results channel. And in there, we give the results for each weekly trading session. We've done, week 1 to 4 of January. We're now doing week 2 of February. And at the end of each week, regardless of the outcome, we showcase the results to you. And we actively say in those results, don't just take our word for it from what we're telling you. Apply the rules, go and backtest it, and you'll see the same results. This is why the Orion trading system is being able to be engineered into an automatic system, because it holds the simplicity to be programmed, as well as the discretionary side being so small that you can apply it into a solid logical rule set rather than you having to be on the charts thinking and I'm in an R in, you know. It's it really is something good, and I highly recommend, you know, take some time and learn it. So gold and oil, yeah, sure. Gold, we're looking for long moves. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, same thing here. See how we've got extreme extension at the moment from where we're looking to trade it from. Notice with gold, this is something that you're going to see a lot. Gold doesn't pull back a huge amount. Like, it pulled back here, then went long. It came down, took out this low, then went long, took out this low, then went long, took out this low, went long. So it doesn't always pull back enough for us to get entries. Now, it's doing what we expect it to do, which is taking out the lows, moving higher, taking out the lows, moving higher. But whether we're going to be able to get down to here before we put in a new high is the question you have to ask yourself. So an area to look at instead may be the money in, money out areas. Now, if you look at these money in, money out areas, look at the beauty of how simple they are in their creation and how well they work in that simplistic nature. They're created, price taps into it, runs. They're created, price taps into it, runs. They're created, price taps into it, runs. come up again. It's created. Price taps into it, runs. It's been created. So what could we look to expect? Price tap again, doesn't happen here. Look what we did right here. We created one. Price tapped in, runs. What do we have now? So keep an eye within here for a money in, money out formation. And then you can look to possibly capitalize on a new extensive move to the upside. Because don't ever think something that is creating consistent all-time highs is going to change its direction and go down. Don't do that. Always believe if it's going up, it should continue to go up. Unless you're trying to scalp, short-term moves, consistently expect new all-time highs to be put in. So welcome everyone that's joining the Discord. So AU money out detected. What price is that we're waiting for? So what I would recommend for you, my friend, is go to the Keep It Simple series and learn the Keep It Simple series, and you'll know the price. I can tell you it, but you want to be able to replicate it yourself. So it's the first money in area that's formed, and the top of it is 904 down to 893. But go and learn the Keep It Simple series. It's super simple. I think there's 7 parts to it. You only really need to watch the 5 parts to understand the concept, and then you'll be able to track it yourself and you'll know exactly where these areas are. Or if you don't want to learn it, you can get this indicator completely free with the VIP, or you can buy it individually in the VIP store. So it's available for you to learn completely free. It's available for you to get as part of a package. It's also available on its own, completely bespoke, and it also comes with an alerts. So on here you can automate it so that if you want to see a money in on a 4 hour, for example, you can set an alert for that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple is what it is. Yeah, keep it simple. The playlist. Keeping it simple. So I actually have some testing to do this afternoon. After this live stream, which is going to finish in around 5 minutes time, we're going to be going into the VIP and we're going to be testing the new version of the Keep It Simple money in, money out indicator. We have made some adjustments to it. We've also added some, features. We've added features, so people that have access to it will receive the upgraded version as well. Remember, if you have access to the script, it will actively upload the new versions to it. Also, the NAS entry I was talking to you guys about? It's the same principle. The first money in area, price taps into it, we find a formation we can trade from, and it gives us the trade. Yeah, exactly the same as this. A money in, taps in, find the formation, go up. We find the money in, find the formation within here, price goes up. Yeah, exactly the same thing. Just the same as this. Price comes into here, find a formation, sells. Price comes into here, find a formation, sells. Price comes into the money in, find a formation within there, buy. Beautiful, beautiful system. Honestly, works so nicely within, especially some of the more volatile pairs. What's going on, Andre? Welcome, my friend. How are you doing? So a few minutes left of this live stream. All good, just made it before you finish. Yes, you have indeed. You have indeed, my friend. Excuse me. What you been keeping an eye on? Well, I had the euro sell this morning from the money out that was formed after we ran that high right here. That came down TP just before, not just before, sorry, just after news came in. Then we had NAS 100 entry, which was pretty clean. We're just looking for that to run up to the highs. Apart from those, there hasn't really been anything else. What's going on, Alex? Hope you're good, brother. Nice trades. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple. This was the system that I was talking to you about the other day when you've got the 4-hour money in, which is the bigger area. Price taps in, gives the money in on the lower time frame. You set your entry for the high as you would. Doesn't give the huge RR, but you know it's nice. And then this is just a classic Orion entry. Run a 4-hour, look for the money in, or the money out in this case. Price triggered in early, run down to the low. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And it actually did push in enough to trigger the order, unlike some of the other setups we've had. So it's pretty clear. Remember we had the initial job list claims and the PPI monthly. This is what shifted the market. I've just got a phone call, guys. Back in 2 seconds. Right, I'm back, guys. Apologies. It was my mother calling. That's one thing that all trading aside and all jokes aside, that's one thing that I really do think is massively overlooked in life itself, which is making time for the ones you love. Making time for your loved ones is more important than anything. It's more important than any trading profits, not any friends you have, but regardless of who it is, you need to make sure you make time for those people. So if you have a parent call you, you have a friend call you, take the time to listen to them, talk to them, because the world works in mysterious ways and you don't really ever know what's going to happen in the future. Not to be morbid or how'd I say? Not to be like negative, in a positive way. Positive things can happen, but you need to make sure that you spend time with your family. It's a really important thing, and so many people overlook this. And if you're listening, spend it with the people that are really in your life. That's my little message to you guys. So whenever I'm on a live stream, let's say I take a phone call or I get a phone call, that principle is the reason I do it. I could just ignore the call and message, on a live stream, ring you after. But let's be honest. You guys understand. Anyone that's watching this on replay completely understands. It's something that you should really put at the forefront of your life. Bringing in good energy is always going to be a very, very positive thing to do. Remember, the energy that you put out into the universe ultimately will rebound back at you at some stage. Whether it's now, whether it's in the future, just make sure that you're taking out good energy and you're giving back good energy. Check out my platinum trade in Discord. Platinum, what a random pair. Ooh, that's a cleanie. Nice. Charlie makes me laugh. Throughout the day, she'll just message me like here and there. And a message I literally just received from her today was, "Can you bring garlic bread back with you today?" Also, don't forget I'm going for a facial tomorrow at 10 in the morning. Oh, the joys of a mother on maternity. Facials and garlic bread. What a life. Very true, well said. Yeah, I think it's really overlooked. We all spend our time looking at the charts saying, "Oh, I could have made this money, could have made that money." This is why I created the Orion system, because Hudson came along and I realised I need to spend more time with my son. I need to spend more time with my family. Orion allows me to do that because I can set my laptop aside, and as long as I have access to push notifications, which generally are available on most phones, right? And I have access to my risk management tool set, I can still be involved with the market when it's time for me to be involved. Yes, I take an hour of my day out to talk to you guys and spend it with you guys, and we do the VIP sessions in the Discord, but of course it's a very relaxed environment. Talking of that, I wish every single one of you an amazing rest of your day. I hope you have all enjoyed this live stream in one way or another. We haven't had many setups, but of course some of these streams are like that. You guys know what it's like. Trading Orion isn't the most high-speed, super duper, let's all do backflips in front of the bank kind of system. But it is a system that will give you consistency if you follow it over a long period of time. And of course, if you don't have a long period of time to follow it, get yourself a free version of FX Replay using the link down below and test a long period of time in a short period of time. So guys, if you are a VIP, make your way into the VIP channel and I will see you there. If you are not, I appreciate you regardless. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that sub button. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all in Friday's session, which will be tomorrow as per usual. Love to every single one of you guys. Remember, follow your rule set, stick to your risk, and always follow Orion. Peace and love, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.